Today I fucked up by not understanding what my physical therapist meant when she said 4 pounds. So this didn't happen today, technically it happened last week. I am in physical therapy for a neurological disorder. The other day my physical therapist was teaching me a bunch of new exercises that I hadn't tried before. At one point she handed me a rubber ball and said 4 pounds. So I assumed that I was supposed to pound the ball into the ground 4 times. Which I did, or tried to, at least. Turns out, the ball weighs 4 pounds. And if you smash it into the ground, it does not bounce, it's fairly loud, and it does startle your physical therapist. In my defense, brain fog is a huge problem for me and also I'm pretty stupid. Woman shrugging, too long didn't read. My physical therapist handed me a rubber ball and said 4 pounds. I assumed that meant I was supposed to pound it into the ground 4 times. Turns out 4 pounds is how much it weighs. Edit. Thanks everyone for all your responses and for the awards. I was at physical therapy for a shoulder injury years ago. I think I was 18. My PT asked me if I was able to ice my shoulder in my dorm and I said I was because a bag of frozen peas fits inside my mini fridge freezer. I was trying to add that it was difficult because they had thawed and frozen so many times it was hard to form it to my shoulder because they had lost their shape. What I said instead was, it's not so easy now. I left them out and they got mushy. When I refroze them they lost their individual penis. Once the words left my mouth I realized what I had said and wanted to die. I am a lady and I was raised very conservative and my PT was an attractive older man. He just about died laughing. I almost didn't go back. Lol, that's amazing. I'm currently doing vestibular therapy for a concussion so I can totally understand what happened in your brain. I've been in a fog for a month. Vestibular? It won't let you into the actual building or something? I'm sorry, but I lolled. I find it hilarious when someone interprets instructions too literally, because usually the person who gave them the instructions gets more embarrassed. It reminds me of the story of the grocery store cashier who was trying to help a woman who was having trouble paying with her card. She kept swiping it the wrong way, so the clerk said, "Strip facing the window," meaning the magnetic strip on the card should face the front of the store. You can guess how the woman interpreted it. Amelia Badelia goes shopping. I just imagine her watching this unfold and thinking he needs a different kind of therapist. I watched a lady sit down at a laptop with a keyboard and mouse attached. Proceeded to touch the screen tablet style. "No ma'am, you have to use the mouse." Picks up the mouse and starts touching the screen with it. O_O. Today I fucked up by setting a towel on fire. This was back in high school and my mom had a rule that I could have my girlfriend over, but we had to stay outside until she got home from work, less likely to be inappropriate if we're out in public, according to her. We usually walked home from school together and would hang out on the patio until my mom got home. Didn't really bother us too much, because it was usually only an hour or two anyway. Not the worst compromise. It became more of a problem once winter came around. I live in Michigan, so it can get pretty cold come December. One particularly brisk day, we were out on the patio like normal but the wind chill was really killing us. Now I'm enormous, so I'm basically a space heater in the form of a fat guy, but my girlfriend wasn't so lucky, and she got real cold real fast. Now that I'm older, it seems obvious that I could have easily called my mom and asked for special permission considering it was 30 degrees out. Unfortunately, I was not an adult at the time, and it took me about 2 hours to reach that conclusion. Of course mom said yes, and we went inside, but by that time, GF was frozen solid. We laid her down on my bed and I got to work gathering as many blankets as I could to wrap her in a, admittedly impressive, burrito of warmth. I ran out of blankets pretty quickly though, so I thought, if I warm up a towel, I can put it underneath the blankets and they could trap the heat in. Which brings us to the microwave. The first 2 towels went fine. I think they were still a little wet from the morning's shower, and the results were immediately pleasing to the frozen girl in the back. So I went and grabbed a third, dry, towel and set it for 45 seconds, up from the 30 I did for the first 2. It didn't go as well. The towel immediately caught fire, and my knee-jerk reaction was to take the towel outside, throw it into the snow, and stomp on it. This was effective, even if it was less efficient than using the sink right behind me, but crisis averted anyhow. Worst part? At no point did I consider putting the towels in the dryer and warming them in a less incendiary way. Too long didn't read, a comedy of errors resulting in setting a towel on fire unnecessarily. Haha, a friend once put a pair of socks in the microwave. They weren't quite dry and she figured that would dry M. They melted lol. I'm polyester. But they were dry, right? Ooh, leisure suit. My skin crawls thinking about them. I am reading this after my balcony was set on fire less than an hour ago. Yours was a fun story though. Is everybody good? Lol. Her frozen brain needed a warm towel. Funny story too. There were so many opportunities for me to make the smart choice, and I just didn't. Lol. As I read this story, I grew increasingly nervous that the flaming towel and the cold girlfriend were going to somehow come into contact, and I am relieved this was not the case. The suspense, the drama. Lol, nah. Her involvement at the point in the story was to yell across the house from the safety of her cocoon to find out why I was yelling. Dude, socks and underwear in the microwave rock. Or fresh from the dryer. Today I fucked up by masturbating to what I thought was my neighbors. This happened the other day, mind you. I am sitting on my bed listening to music and thinking to myself, holy shit, this is a good song. Then all of a sudden I hear abrupt noises next door. I hear moaning from another dimension. First I thought they were fighting and kind of brushed it off. Suddenly I realized that they might be having the dirty on. I started listening more closely and for some reason I got turned on. I whip my penis out and start going at it. At some points I hear what seems to be the lady laughing, you got me in the eye and it's okay, but I am not sure what it is for certain. I finish and they are still going hard. Using what must be somewhat of a deaf ear I have, I guess, considering what I am about to tell you. I try to listen more closely. Then I shiver. It's not two adults fucking. It's a mom and a kid shooting each other with Nerf guns. I will crawl back into my hole now. Too long didn't read, masturbated to the thought of my neighbors fucking while in reality it was a kid and his mom playing with Nerf guns. Well, that's enough internet for me today. Yikes. What is wrong with you? I'm gonna go with hearing. Why are liberals like this? It's Nerf or fucking. Snurf or nuttin'. Thump, whip stick out backslash. You got me in the eye. Strokes harder backslash. Sorry mom, explosive orgasm backslash.